Well, Bob, it's another exciting day in paradise, and boy, is it a great day to be alive, especially when you consider an alternative. Now, that being said, the alternative is a tough thing to talk about. And by the alternative, I mean being dead. But one thing I wanted to definitely talk on, because I heard it on the stream today from one of my viewers, dealing with the loss of a loved one. And I know that's a hard thing to deal with. It comes out of nowhere sometimes. Sometimes you can be having the best day in the world, and then you lose someone you love and care about dearly. And I know it's hard to try and work around that. It's hard to stay positive in a moment of a depressing situation like that. My grandmother, my Lola, she was in her 90s, and my grandfather no longer he won't let me talk to him. He won't let my daughters see him. He's closed us off. He's at that point in his life where he won't let us reconnect with him. And that's a shame, because he's alive. My Lola's dead now. She's passed on to a better place. And I can relate to this situation because to someone's loss of a loved one, because I dealt with it myself with my Grandpa Bob, and now my Lola. The hardest thing about it was that I went to visit right before she died, actually a day before she died. I didn't know it was the day before she died at the time. I said, hey, I found out she was, getting close to that point. I said, hey, I want to visit. I want to see her. My mom, and my brothers and sister all said that they wish they would have seen her before she died. I beg to differ. And the reason being is because when I saw her, she looked like she was 60 or 70 pounds. She looked like a skeleton laying on her bed, on the bed. She was drooling. Her feet looked like they were decomposing. She kept mumbling. She would kind of off and on respond like I was my mom. Rose, she would say Rose, and she would mumble something, very incoherent. But she did say she loved me, and I said I loved her back, and we said basically goodbye, and I hope she's in a better place. And it was very depressing, very sad to see her in that state, that weakened state. Such a great woman in that type of state. Just it was really, really bad to deal with. And I was really sad about it. But when I thought about it, I tried to think of it from a positive perspective. Look how much pain and suffering she's in. Boy, is she going to be in a lot better place now. She's not going to have to worry about pain. She's not going to have to worry about being sick. She's not going to have to worry about cataracts, arthritis. She's not going to have to worry about any of that stuff now that she's in a better place. But not only that, is she's looking down on me. And the last thing, and this is why I try to tell people who are dealing with the loss of a loved one, and it's hard to try and look at it from a positive perspective, but the last thing you think that they want to look down on you upon, regardless of your religion, look down on you, look up on you, wherever you think they're going, the last thing you think they want to see you doing is suffering and depression, wallowing, sad, doing nothing with your life. If anything, they want to see you doing better. They want to see you succeeding and making them proud, essentially. Look at it as a fuel. I know it's a tough thing to try and consider, but look at you losing that loved one as a motivation for you to do better in your life, to live your life to the fullest, because it's like a show. You're the show that your loved ones who you've lost are watching. They're watching you right now. Do you want to put on a good show for them? Or do you want to put on a depressing show for them? Put on a good show for them. Live your life to the fullest. Be positive. Be successful. Strive for your goals. Do everything you want to do. Be happy. And be happy knowing that they're in a better place, no longer suffering, and they're looking down upon you. Okay? So that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take some of my words of advice into serious consideration. I know you might not know me in person, but this is coming from the heart. And I hope to see y'all tonight. Other than that, that's my words of wisdom for the day and maybe week, I don't know. And I come up with these on random. So I try to at least do at least 2 videos a week, but it just depends on like the thought process. But if anybody has anything else, any words of encouragement and advice, because I've dealt with a lot in my life, I don't mind giving it. Or if you need a shoulder to cry on, just let me know. That being said, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Back to you in the studio, Bob.